Hey guys, Jessica here. So today we're going to talk about something a little different than pumping. We're going to talk about the difference between mammary dysbiosis and a breast infection because understanding the two is really important when it comes time for you to advocate for yourself because both mammary dysbiosis and breast and nipple infections can cause a lot of pain and tissue trauma for pumping parents. It is an absolutely miserable experience. I never have somebody in my inbox who is feeling great when they come in with symptoms of mammary dysbiosis or with a breast infection. So let's talk about what this looks like. So we're gonna go with ping pong balls today. The best option I could teach you. So this is a healthy breast. These white ping pong balls, these are our good bacteria. We have some negative bacteria in here. That's fine. Our body is actually a whole mix of really diverse bacteria. But in this case, the good bacteria outweigh the negative bacteria. This is a healthy breast. With mammary dysbiosis, what happens is we get an overgrowth of the negative bacteria in relation to the good bacteria. So whether we killed off the good bacteria with antibiotics, whether we're having gut health issues, pumping itself can actually seem to damage the breast microbiome. So there's a large variety of reasons that this can happen, but when this happens, you often present with signs of nipple pain, inflammation. We adjust flanchizing, we adjust how you're using the pump, and it just never really gets better. We get nipple wounds that just don't seem to want to heal, a general feeling of unwellness. There can be pain. A lot of times, this is what moms actually have when they think they have yeast or thrush. A lot of moms come to me and they say, "Well, I have thrush." Well, it's actually really rare. I can link down below some studies that show that nipple thrush really rare. Bacterial stuff not so rare. Actually, really common. What's important to know is the difference between this, which is mammary dysbiosis, and a breast infection. So here's the best visual I can give you. This is mammary dysbiosis. Let's come over here and get our healthy breast. We're going to go ahead and pull out some of these white ping pong balls because I only have so many ping pong balls to teach with. But we're basically just going to just meet this breast. So we're going to pretend that I am a good old round of amoxicillin given to you for a strep infection in your throat. And oh look, now your healthy breast microbiome is in trouble. So this requires the addition of good bacteria. So this is where probiotics come in. We need to work on gut health. We need to get the good bacteria back in the breast. If we get the good bacteria back in here in the form of probiotics, all of a sudden you're back to being healthy. But what happens if in the state of mammary dysbiosis, you get an infection? This is no longer balanced. This is mammary dysbiosis. This is just a whole raging infection. So this typically comes back positive for staph or strep. Those are the two predominant ones. But when I say I have gotten some lab cultures back, that there's things growing in people's breasts that don't belong there. They are not, it's not good. Those moms are really presenting with pain. So how do we tell the difference between this and this? And do we treat them the same? Absolutely not. So the difference between this and this, breast infection, mammary dysbiosis, the difference between that is going to be lab work. We need to actually culture the milk and see what's growing. If you just have mammary dysbiosis, you have a imbalance in the normally occurring bacteria. There's nothing going on in here where one specific strain is going to flag positive, which is always mom's concern, is that, what if I get unnecessary antibiotics for mammary dysbiosis? Well, this culture is actually going to come back negative. If you have a negative milk culture and you still have symptoms of mammary dysbiosis, we treat with probiotics, we treat with helping with gut health. There's lots of things that we can do to get you feeling better. But if you culture this breast, it's going to come back positive. It's going to read as positive for a specific bacteria, and that's going to tell us which one, in this case of the pink ones, overgrew. So it's going to tell us you have strep of the breast, staph of the breast, MRSA. We get all numbers of things. We got some for Klebsiella, some for a couple of forms of like pneumonia-style bacteria. Again, they don't belong in the breast. And when they're there, they cause problems. And for whatever reason, our body doesn't really handle it very well. So what we do here is we get the culture. The culture is positive. As part of the culture, they should be testing the susceptibility, which means instead of giving you a broad spectrum antibiotic, they should give you an antibiotic. So this case, we're going to say that this one was susceptible to clindamycin. We're going to go ahead and we're going to knock back that bacterial infection, and oh look, what do we get? Now we're back to mammary dysbiosis. You're not going to take an antibiotic and fix breast health issues, but you are going to take the antibiotic to address the breast infection. But once we get back to mammary dysbiosis, that's when we can go get our trusty probiotics, we can work on our gut health, and we stand a fighting chance against it. So hopefully it helps you understand the difference between mammary dysbiosis and a breast infection, and why we really want to push for moms who have symptoms of either to get a milk culture so that we know how to treat you. Because with proper treatment, both of these issues are addressable. Without having that lab work, we're really kind of guessing. And if you have a breast infection and not mammary dysbiosis, we could spend a long time treating you and get nowhere. And it's the same that if you have mammary dysbiosis and we give you an antibiotic just in case, we could actually make it a whole lot worse, because now you're going to create an even stronger stage when what you needed was probiotics and support for gut health and support for your microbiome. So hopefully this helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Happy pumping, guys.